students. Let's study the song Moongil Thottam. Okay, so in this piece of music we're going to count to 3 and we're going to study an 8-measure passage that is played near the beginning. They play it about 3 times in a row before the singer starts. Okay, so I will first explain what the left hand is doing, or the fingerboard hand, and then I will explain what the right hand is doing, or the picking hand. Okay, so first we're going to start with this B7 over D sharp chord. And now for the right hand, we're going to adopt this posture of thumb on the 4th string, index on the 3rd string, middle on the 2nd, middle finger on the 2nd string, and ring finger on the 1st string. Okay, now we're going to do the picking pattern. So thumb and ring play together, then comes the middle finger, and then the index. Now we're in measure 1, and we're going to move to another version of the B7 chord. So in this case it might be useful to think of the 4th finger as a guide finger. The 4th finger will guide us on the 1st string from the 2nd fret to the 5th fret. Okay. Now I'll put in the other voices. 1st finger on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret, and the 3rd finger on the 4th string at the 4th fret. Now the right hand will play the same pattern as we just did a moment ago. That was thumb and ring together, and then middle, index. Okay, so that's the tricky part there. I'll put it together in slow motion. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, now moving on to measure 2. The next chord, we were just on this inversion of a B7 chord, excuse me, in measure 1, and now we're going to use finger 3 as a guide finger to guide us up to the 4th fret on the 4th, finger 3 on the 4th string, guiding us from the 4th fret to the 5th fret. Okay, now put finger 1 on the 1st string at the 3rd fret, and the right hand is again going to perform the same pattern of thumb and ring together, then middle, index. Now release your 1st finger so the 1st string will ring open, and repeat the pattern of ring finger, middle finger, index. So measure 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, measure 3. Move to a C chord in the left hand, or the fingerboard hand, and in the right hand I'm going to use a different digitation or picking pattern, change my posture, and I'm going to put the thumb on the 5th string, and the index and middle, the index will be on the 2nd string and the middle will be on the 1st string. Okay, so now the pattern of picking will be to play the thumb, and then the index plays the 2nd string. Remember, we've prepared a C chord in the left hand, the fingerboard hand. So that was thumb, index. Now middle finger on the open 1st string. Now put your 4th finger on the 1st string at the 3rd fret. I'm playing that with my index finger. Okay. Now middle finger plays 2nd string, and then the index finger plays the open 1st string. So that's measure 3 of the figure. I'll play it one time. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, now let's move to a D chord in the left hand, or the fingerboard hand for you left-handed people. D chord. Now in the right hand, we're back to the posture of thumb on 4th string, index on 3rd string, middle finger on 2nd string, and ring on 1st string. Going to play all 4 strings together. Then we're going to create this little melody by playing the index finger on the 3rd string at the 2nd fret, or corresponding to the D chord that has the index fingered at the 2nd fret. And now the middle finger plays the 2nd string. And now in the left hand we're going to change to the 1st finger on the 2nd string at the 1st fret, letter C, and play that note with the index finger. Okay, so that's the 4th measure of our figure. That's about half of what we're going to study, so I'm going to now put it all together one time in slow motion. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're moving on to measure 5. And we're going to play a G chord, but let's do it with this fingering here, 2nd finger on the 6th string at the 3rd fret. In the right hand, I've got the thumb on the 6th string, and now the ring finger on the 2nd string, the middle on the 4th string, the 3rd string, the middle finger, and the index on the 4th string. Nice G chord. Now we're going to create this little melody. After playing the G chord, I'm playing the 2nd string open, letter B. Then I'm putting a 4th finger on the 1st string for a high G note at the 3rd fret. That was 4th finger, 1st string, 3rd fret. And now this 3rd finger we can place on the 2nd string at the 3rd fret and make a letter D. So I'll play this, I think we're at measure 5. 1, 2, 3. Now, measure 6, moving to a C chord. In the right hand, we're going to place the thumb on the 5th string, and then the ring finger on the 1st string, the middle finger on the 2nd string, and the index finger on the 3rd string. We're going to play all 4 of those voices together. Ooh, excuse me. And now, place your 4th finger on the 1st string at the 3rd fret, making that letter G, and play in the right hand the top 3 strings with the ring, middle, and index. Okay, now we're going to move on to measure 7. Okay, in measure 7, let's prepare this B suspended chord. This is our fingerboard hand. Now in the right hand, I'm going to place the thumb on the 5th string, then the index on the 3rd string, and the middle on the 2nd string. And we'll play first all 3 voices together, and then we will arpeggiate it by playing the thumb, index, middle, index. That's all 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more chord to go. B. So here we are on this B suspended, and we're going to let the suspension resolve, so to speak, or move down. So the 4th finger will move on the 2nd string from the 5th fret to the 4th fret. And that's converting our B suspended into our B. And in measure 8, you simply play all 3 voices together. Thumb on 5th string, index on 3rd string, and middle finger on the 2nd string. Okay, so that's 8 measure passage that is played 3 times in a row near the beginning of the song. I'm going to play it one time in slow motion, all 8 measures together. Okay, 1, get in a position where you can hopefully see both hands here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now If you'd like to learn more of the song, you can also check out another video I posted a long time ago on this piece that has more of it transcribed. So I hope now you have the tools to study well and have fun.